Hi, I'm Tanner, and today I'd like to convince you why you should get vaccinated. So, why should we get vaccinated? Vaccinations are not only important to ourselves, but they're important to everybody around us. Many people do not get vaccinated each year because either they don't know why they should get vaccinated, they are afraid of harmful side effects, or maybe they don't understand how it protects them and society as a whole. So, in this speech, I'm gonna address each of these topics in an effort to convince you to get vaccinated. So, why should we get vaccinated? Uh, some reasons are listed on the National Foundation for Infectious Diseases. Here's just a few. Vaccine preventable diseases, obviously, they haven't gone away. The bacteria and viruses that cause illness and even death, they still exist and can be passed on to anybody who hasn't been immunized. And in a world where you can travel across the globe in a matter of hours, it's not difficult to see how disease can be widespread and quickly. Vaccination can make the difference between life and death. Each year in the United States alone, 50,000 people die each year due to diseases that are easily preventable by vaccines. That's more deaths than HIV, AIDS, breast cancer, and traffic accidents combined have on our society. Young and healthy people can get sick too. Yes, our infants and elderly are more susceptible, but anybody who doesn't have their vaccine, they can still get the disease. And so, if you're young and healthy and you'd like to stay that way, get your vaccine. Vaccine preventable diseases, they're expensive. They don't only have a direct impact on your family and the individual, but they have a high price tag on society as a whole. $10 billion per year in direct or indirect costs are due to these diseases. An average influenza can last up to 15. An average influenza disease or illness can last up to 15 days. 5 or 6 of those days will be missed work days on average. So what I want to do next is dispel some common misconceptions about vaccines. Many people think that vaccines are linked to autism. According to the Autism Speaks website, there were 10 studies involving more than 1.2 million children, and they confirm that vaccines have no link to autism. If anything, the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine showed a decreased chance for having autism. According to the CDC, a lot of people are worried that vaccines can make you sick with the disease that's supposed to protect you from. Like, people think if you get the flu shot, you can get the flu from it. And according to the CDC, it doesn't cause the flu, the vaccine, because they're made of one or two ways. It's either an inactivated form of the virus, which doesn't have the infectious potential that the normal virus would itself. It's a weakened form, and your body can just fight it off and build an immunity to it. And the other way that they're made is it's called recombinant, and it's actually it's not the actual virus. It's just a like form of it that introduces it to your body and prepares it for exposure, so it can build up its immunity without actually being ever exposed to that virus. So what's the bigger picture here? Herd immunity is what we're striving for in healthcare. And what is herd immunity? Emily Willingham she wrote an article in PBS News about what herd immunity is, and it's a term that means protecting a whole community from illness by immunizing a critical mass of the populace. This protects people who aren't even immunized, because it helps break that chain of infection. So, as I mentioned earlier, when you can travel around the world in a few hours, this has a potent chain of infection transmission rate. The only thing that can break this chain is a disease-resistant link. So, after the chickenpox vaccine debuted in the United States in 1995, death rates dropped 97%. And however, these vaccines were not administered to infants, but no infants actually died from the chickenpox in 2004 to 2007. So even though they were not given the vaccine, none died. This is all due to herd immunity. The parents did not have, they did not contract the virus, and they did not pass it to their kids. That's how herd immunity works. I'll attach a visual aid that kind of helps also explain that. So hopefully, if you had questions or had a negative feeling towards vaccinations before this, now you can see them in a new light after gaining a little bit of knowledge about why you should get them. You can be free of worrying about there being side effects, and also you can understand the incentive to strive for herd immunity. Thank you.